ACIM Insights, Lesson 60, review of Lessons 46 to 50. This lesson has several very reassuring messages. One that I have come back to many times and used to help me through times of distress is that it is the strength of God in me through which I forgive. I don't have to try to do it alone. In fact, thinking I'm alone is part of what needs to be forgiven. And if I think I am alone, forgiveness is impossible. But through the strength of God in me, all forgiveness of all is not only possible, but inevitable. It is helpful here to remember that the Course defines forgive differently than most of us have learned in the world. In the Course, forgiveness means letting go of illusions, or letting go of the past. With the strength of God in me, I can learn to see that whatever I thought happened had absolutely no effect. Through his resurrection, Jesus demonstrated this in the most extreme example. Gratefully, we do not need to go to this seeming extreme. Yet any time we perceive ourselves as harmed, it is a form of crucifixion. But as I remember that the strength of God is in me, then harm is impossible. There is nothing to forgive. So in those times when I feel hurt, my job is to take that perception to the voice for God and ask for his help to see that in truth, no harm has occurred. This is not possible with the ego thought system, but it is possible with Christ vision. Another comforting statement in this lesson is that God speaks to me all through the day. When I allow myself to listen, God's voice teaches me that there is only innocence to see and thus nothing to fear. What a marvelous gift God has given us. The gift of joy and perfect peace. It is ours to claim in every moment. We need only accept his vision. Today I call upon God's strength to forgive myself and forgive the world. In this alone will I find peace. This review lesson reminds me of my true strength. There are times when I still think that I can solve problems on my own. Sometimes I think I know the answer. This lesson is reminding me to let God solve every concern, every problem. This lesson is reminding me to return to my source and let go making illusions real. Many times this seems very challenging, but it is only through the strength of God in me that I can see that these illusions are not real. The only life I have that is real is the life I live in God. If I am experiencing problems, it is only telling me that I am trying to go off into the wilderness again. When I am in my right mind, I know that there are no problems. Only love is real. If it is not love, it is a lesson in love. The way to walk through each lesson is to remember that I walk with God. The voice for God, the Holy Spirit, is there to walk with me through every fearful false idea. As I practice daily stepping back, it gets easier and easier to let the Holy Spirit guide me. The Holy Spirit brings me Christ vision. The Holy Spirit brings me infinite patience. The Holy Spirit reminds me that everyone is in heaven now, including me. The Holy Spirit helps me discern between the real and the unreal. The Holy Spirit returns me to love, my source, and reminds me that this is what I am. With the Holy Spirit, I can give up making illusions real. I am willing to practice again today. God's voice speaks to me all through the day. It's always there. A light and warm feeling of joy and happiness. How my day goes depends on how often I follow the path he opens for me, where truly everyone is friend. Around each turn there is a new friend, a new communion of joy and laughter, a new miracle of relating, so much more joyous than ever before. There is a wonderful freedom of knowing that joy is possible that is my birthright. That is who I am. I know that the joy will continue to expand as I continue to listen to the voice of God that speaks to me through the day. I feel the forgiveness becoming a part of my experience more and more because I know that the dark path isn't really there. It's gone. It doesn't exist. I know that as I continue this practice of forgiveness, the day will come when I can truly look down both paths and see only light and hear only God's voice. Before I began today's lesson, my mind was focused on 2 incidents which needed forgiveness. They were there in the back of my mind, bothering me, bringing me down. I realized that one of them centered around my belief that I needed other people to affirm my specialness, and they weren't doing so. The other was all about my need to see somebody as less so I could see myself as more. Even understanding what was happening, why I was feeling this way, didn't help me to forgive. I said the words, but resisted letting it go. What a wonderful gift today's lessons are to me. I really needed to be reminded that it is God's strength which allows me to forgive. Now it is like I opened my eyes and the world has changed. It is brighter and more beautiful. I feel relieved of an onerous burden. I feel a sense of gratitude that makes me want to laugh out loud.